Congratulations on your purchase of your Mechpro Power Mig 1500 MIG Welder. This machine offers you both flux cord or gas-shielded MIG welding. You've invested in a machine that will last a lifetime if you take care of the maintenance and follow the instructions set out in this DVD. This DVD is intended as a very brief setup guide and quick introduction to MIG welding. For more detailed information and welding techniques, we have a full series of training DVDs available from your local Repco store. Unpacking. Included with your machine are the following items. 1. Instruction manual. 2. DVD setup guide. 3. Handheld face shield. 4. Chipping hammer wire brush combination tool. 5. Handle and 2 M5x16 bolts for attaching the handle. 6. The machine with MIG torch and earth lead. Please check all the accessories are in the box and there's been no freight damage to the machine or accessories. Assembly setup. Take the 2 bolts and secure the handle to the machine. To start welding, you will need to purchase a spool of 0.8mm flux cord gasless MIG wire or a spool of 0.8mm solid gas shielded wire, a gas regulator kit and a gas bottle. Flux cord wire is for use without gas shielding and is silver grey in colour. Solid gas shielded wire is copper coloured and needs to be shielded by gas. There are 2 sizes of spool available in flux cord gasless wire, the 1 pound 0.45 kg mini spool and the 10 pound 4.5 kg spool. There are 2 sizes available in the gas shield wire, 1 kg mini spool and the 5 kg spool. We're working with the solid gas shield wire for the purpose of this gas shielded welding guide. The machine controls setup procedure. The Power Mig 1500 has the following components. 1. The input power lead. This is suitable to be plugged into any 10 amp power socket. 2. The on-off switch. When the power switch on the machine is activated, the green light will glow and the cooling fan will start. 3. Voltage selector. This controls heat. 4. Wire feed speed controller to control wire speed. 5. Torch to control welding. 6. Earth lead and clamp to complete the electrical circuit. 7. Gas inlet for shielding gas. Selecting and installing the wire. Open the side cover of the machine. This adapter is for use with the larger 10 pound spools and is not required when using the mini spools. Once you've chosen your wire, select the correct drive roller for your wire. The annealed 0.8.9 roller is for flux cord gasless wire and the V-groove 0.6.8mm roller are for solid wire. Please refer to your manual for instructions on changing the roller. To install the wire, undo the locking wing nut and remove the threaded spool retainer. Leave the spring on the spool holder and insert the wire spool with wire feeding from the bottom of the spool. Push the spool in against the spring, thread on the spool retainer and lock with the wing nut. Unclip the wire feed tensioner and raise the tensioner arm. Cut wire so any burrs or kinks are removed. Thread the wire through over the top of the drive roller and into the MIG torch liner entry for approximately 100mm. Close the tensioner arm, ensuring the wire drops into the drive roller groove, and clip the tensioner arm back into place. The tensioner adjustment knob should be set 2 to 3 turns below the top of this bolt. Because your Power Mig 1500 gives you the benefit of welding with flux cord gasless wire or solid core wire, it's important to select the correct polarity for the wire we're using. Positive earth for flux cord gasless wire, negative earth for solid wire. We're using solid wire for this session, so the machine is set to negative earth. Close the cover, set wire feed speed at setting 6 and extend the torch to its full length. Facing the end of the torch, remove the MIG shroud by rotating clockwise and pulling towards you. Remove the threaded MIG tip with torch still fully extended. Pull the trigger until the wire feeds out of the end of the torch. Keep face away from the end of the torch. Slide MIG tip over wire and re-thread. Put the shroud on while rotating clockwise. Snip the wire back 20 mm from the end of the tip. When using solid core wire, you are required to use a shielding gas to protect the weld. There are two main setup types for shielding the weld during the welding process. A disposable cylinder system, which is very convenient and available off the shelf from your local Repco store, or a refillable system which is used by industry. Bottles and regulators for this system are available in many styles and sizes to suit your application. For this demonstration, we're using the disposable cylinder system with argon shield, which is what we recommend for this machine. Connect the regulator to the gas bottle and install the gas hose. Ensure the hose is secured tightly to avoid leaks. Connect the other end of the gas hose to the welding machine. Tighten to ensure there are no leaks. Open the side cover and detension the wire feed roller to avoid wasting wire while setting up the gas. Turn on the regulator so that you can just hear the gas coming out of the nozzle of the torch when the trigger is pressed. Turning up the regulator will not increase the performance, it will just result in the gas being used faster. The machine is now set up, ready to weld. Next, a quick word on safety. The minimum requirement for welding is leather safety gloves and a welding face mask. Other options for full protection are leather welding jackets, leather welding aprons, full-face automatic welding helmets. The automatic welding helmets make things very easy by changing to the correct protection instantly when the weld starts. These optional accessories are all available from your nearest Repco store. Next, connect the earth clamp firmly to the workpiece. It's essential to have a good contact. Earth rusty or painted steel must be ground or filed to ensure earth contacts with bare metal. The Power MIG 1500 has 4 voltage or heat settings. 1. Min for panel steel up to 2 mm. 2. Min for 2 to 4 mm. 1. Max for 4 to 6 mm. And 2. Max for the maximum power output. This machine has automatic wire speed setup with manual fine adjustment. With this wire speed control, you can safely start any job with the wire speed on setting 6. We can now start welding. Start with a piece of scrap steel to get the feel of the machine. Hold the MIG torch 5 mm off the workpiece at an angle of about 15 degrees from right angles to the work. Pull the trigger and start moving forward at a constant speed. You've now started your journey on welding. We have a complete series of DVDs on welding, plus publications available from your nearest Repco store. If you find your torch being pushed away from the workpiece by the wire speed needs to be reduced. If the weld is intermittent or sounds like this, the wire speed is too slow and needs to be increased. For further information and troubleshooting, please consult your manual. Again, thanks for your attention and all the best with your welding projects. We can now start welding. Start with a piece of scrap steel to get the feel of the machine. Hold the MIG torch 5 mm off the workpiece at an angle of about 15 degrees from right angles to the work. Pull the trigger and start moving forward at a constant speed. You've now started your journey on welding. We have a complete series of DVDs on welding, plus publications, available from your nearest Repco store. If you find your torch being pushed away from the workpiece by the wire speed needs to be reduced. If the weld is intermittent or sounds like this, the wire speed is too slow and needs to be increased. For further information and troubleshooting, please consult your manual. Again, thanks for your attention and all the best with your welding projects.